Please give a warm round of applause for Mr. Jimmy Barron. I'm just saying, dude totally stole all my jokes about being Asia. Every one of them. Yes, thank you. I'm Jimmy Barron. I was on 99X for many years on a show called The Morning X. And if you, and if you listen to our show or listen to 99X, I appreciate it. If you're one of those people who maybe occasionally called in and complained, or maybe even wrote a letter to the management saying, you gotta fire that guy, he sucks. It worked. I'm glad you find it funny. Yeah, I left the station about 3 years ago and went into the fastest growing field in America, it turns out, the unemployed. I was on MARTA, this is true, I was on MARTA a few weeks ago, come back from the airport, and there's a guy walking up and down the aisle, and he's actually offering to give people haircuts for money on the MARTA train. And I'm laughing at this guy until I realize he's got a gig, you know, and a marketable skill to boot. Like being unemployed, you know, it sucks. It's like too much free time. I made the mistake of trying to convince myself that I was going to get into shape. So I went on Craigslist and got Bowflex. Figure I have all this time, I'll work out a little bit. Have you used the Bowflex? You know what I'm talking about. I will tell you that I am getting a lot of use out of it, and I have made tremendous progress. I can now hang 15 shirts on it at one time. Watching way too much TV. My wife got me into that Dancing with the Stars. You watch the show? Yeah. What is Steve Wozniak doing on Dancing with the Stars? Can I ask you? I guess he's off the show now, but Steve Wozniak, if you don't know, he was one of the founders of Apple, all right? And they recently estimated his net worth at $3.6 billion. Can I say that if you're worth that much, you should be sleeping with the stars, okay? There's no reason you should be doing any less than banging Scarlett Johansson if you're worth $3.6 billion. Try not to watch the news because it's all like depressing, and it's, you know, bailouts and unemployment and bad economy and all this. And like, first of all, where's the outrage, you know? It's like we just got financially gang raped by Wall Street bankers and hedge fund swindlers. And it's like most of my friends are more pissed off about the new Facebook layout, you know? Like, yeah, I lost all my money, but I can't find my status updates. Where are they? There's too much going on. What's going on? You can see a few weeks ago when the president was on Leno. Remember that? Like, why were people not more angry about that? You know, he's like yucking it up with the president. He's talking about, yeah, Jay, you know, I can bowl 132 now. You know, Mr. President, that's really great, but as it turns out, 132 is the amount of money the average one of us has in our savings account right now. So, very funny. My 401k is taking more hits than a Chris Brown date. She took him back, okay? You want to boost something, she took him back. Go to movies during the day, and there's two kinds of people you find at matinees. It's unemployed people and geriatrics, old people. And I don't know how many billions of dollars we spend in this country on geriatric medicine. I mean, people live 30 years longer than they did 100 years ago, and with all the research and the money that goes into science and finding cures and developing new ways to keep people alive, how is it that we still haven't found anything better to put on the bottom of a walker than a tennis ball? There could be a guy who'd be like the richest old guy in the world, you know, gold walker with diamonds and a GPS, and I can promise you at the bottom there's two Spaldings. No doubt about it. It's like my mom is getting older, and she calls me, she's 74, so she calls me the other day because she wants to get a new cell phone. She says, yeah, Jimmy, I need a new cell phone. Any suggestions? I said, well, yeah, well, what's wrong with your phone? She says, well, I need one, I'm not kidding, but she says, I need one with bigger buttons so I can see them easier when I'm driving. If I even look at the cell phone while I'm driving, my wife is like, don't even think about it, don't even touch that cell phone, you're going to kill us, you're going to roll the car, you're going to kill the whole family. But when I get in the car to go someplace by myself, the first thing she does is call me. Did you see Sarah Palin on the cover of People I think it's this week or last week? That she doesn't apparently want to go away, and but you know, the story is about like her family troubles, and you know, she's got the 17-year-old Bristol, right? And she had a baby with the teenage hockey kid. And somehow that relationship didn't go the distance. I'm not really sure how. You know, it's like, what hope is there for us if those two can't make it? You know. And I was reading a story. I remember thinking about a campaign speech where Sarah Palin was speaking. She was talking about, you know, we got to keep big government out of our houses, and we got to keep big government out of our lives and out of our bedrooms. You know, pardon me, but if you're 17 and pregnant, there's probably a lot of people you need to be keeping out of your bedroom, quite frankly. Folks, thank you very much for letting me have a few minutes. I appreciate the time. Thank you. Have a fun time tonight.